Best 1080p 144Hz gaming monitor, Asus VG248QE. The Asus VG248QE is the whole package with plenty of adjustability, a reasonable price tag, and great performance. Everything we threw onto it looked great, games, movies, and even desktop stuff. And it performed well in our objectives test too. It doesn't have anything considered next gen or super fancy, but it covers the basics very well and is affordable too. You can read all about it in our hands-on review. Best 1080p 144Hz gaming monitor with FreeSync, ViewSonic XG2401. The ViewSonic XG2401 is a great monitor overall, hence its inclusion on this list. First and foremost, though, the inclusion of FreeSync is an obvious bonus for those of you with an AMD GPU. NVIDIA GPU owners can now force adaptive sync with the latest drivers, so you might be able to get that to work too. Otherwise, the monitor is fully adjustable, has plenty of ports, but most importantly, it's glorious for gaming. Its refresh rate is snappy, and we also appreciated the little details like the cable holder and headset hook on the monitor's neck. You can read all about it in our hands-on review. Best 144Hz gaming monitor with G-Sync, Acer Predator XB241H. With the Acer Predator XB241H, we see the G-Sync tax on full display, as it costs about $200 more than the monitors without G-Sync. Therefore, you really have to hate screen tearing to pony up for this one. But if you do, it's a fantastic display, just like all the other Acer Predator displays. It's a 24-inch panel with 1080p and 144Hz on tap, and it uses a TN panel for a lightning-fast 1 ms response rate. This makes it a gaming display, not one used for professional work. It's also able to be mounted on a wall or used in portrait mode if you need to get some work done. All in all, it's a fantastic display and has enough gamer aesthetic to make it stand out while not being annoying or too flashy. Best budget 144Hz gaming monitor, Acer GN246HL. The entry-level Acer monitor is a truly affordable way to get into the 144Hz action at around $200. That low price does come at a cost, however, as it offers no adjustability aside from tilting the screen forward or back, and it also lacks USB ports as well. However, it gets the job done and works well, so if you're just looking for an affordable high refresh rate monitor and you have a phone book to set it on, the Acer GN246HL is the most affordable option out there, as far as we know. See it at Walmart with free 2-day shipping. Why you need a 144Hz monitor? What's the big deal, you ask? Instead of updating a screen a measly 60 times a second like most monitors, 60 Hz, a 144Hz monitor refreshes the screen 144 times every second, which makes action appear smoother and helps eliminate motion blur. If you have a monster GPU under the hood or you're just running older games on lower settings, you can push your frame rates way above the 60 FPS mark. But if your monitor can't refresh itself to meet the high frame rate, that extra power is wasted. In other words, if you want to hit 144 FPS and actually see it, you need a 144Hz monitor, or faster. Your mileage may vary, of course. It's easy to see the difference between 30 FPS and 60 FPS, but when you start getting even higher, there are some diminishing returns. The change isn't nearly as obvious the higher you get, but it's still there. And yes, 144Hz makes a difference, but the jump is arguably less dramatic. Games like PUBG are affected by frame rate. Hitting the higher frame rates can be the difference between a hit and a miss, so getting the highest possible refresh rate on your monitor gives you plenty of room to also get the highest possible frame rates. Again, your mileage may vary. Everyone's experience with high frame rates is going to be different. Bottom line, higher refresh rates are always going to be better. How much better largely boils down to a matter of heated, contested opinion. A fast refresh rate isn't the only thing you're going to need for smooth gaming. All that speed can lead to some ugly screen tearing. Screen tearing is when your GPU and screen are out of sync, and you see a partially drawn frame before the previous frame is gone. You've no doubt seen this effect before, especially if you've played games on an older console. You can turn on VSync in most games to eliminate the problem, but you end up with strain on your hardware. A variable refresh rate monitor eliminates the hardware strain while at the same time making sure the frames are drawn to match the refresh rate. G-Sync is NVIDIA's proprietary solution and works with NVIDIA graphics cards. FreeSync is AMD's solution and works with its GPUs, and unlike G-Sync, doesn't require special hardware built into the monitor.